Now to an emotional interview with the family of the former Minnesota House Speaker who was gunned down in her own home. Melissa Hortman and her husband were shot to death early Saturday, apparently targeted in what the governor called a politically motivated assassination. Lilia Luciano spoke with Hortman's parents and her brother.
It's been very hard the last few days. It seemed very unfair and tragic the way that her last night was spent.
We knew that they had been shot. We couldn't find out where they were. We chased around to hospitals trying to find them.
We looked at each other and realized the reason they weren't in the hospital is
because
they weren't
there.
alive.
Minnesota State Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark died Saturday as the targets of what officials called a politically motivated assassination.
The police got their man, but we didn't get my sister back. My mom didn't get her baby back. And it just hurts.
It's unfair. It's unfixable. But she has a legacy. It's warming and reaffirming to hear the wonderful things that people say. But, it will never be the same.
I think justice is going to be done. And we all got to remember what a wonderful person she was and Mark was, and set that example for ourselves in our own lives.
How would you like people to honor your sister?
I was very appreciative when I went down to the Capitol and saw all the flowers that people had brought. I just remember how she was willing to work with others to compromise to get the work done.
How would you like to see this moment and perhaps the ultimate sacrifice that your daughter and son-in-law and brother-in-law made change this country?
If only it could. I mean, the division needs to end. There was a time not that long ago when we could all work together, and we can't let hatred and division rule the actions that are happening now.
I've heard that from many people here. That interview happened at the Hortmans' home. Her family told me they were there to carry out the impossibly difficult task of selecting clothes for their funeral. Nate.
Lilia, thank you.